B Marsh Boxing back at it was good boxing heads and fight fans around the world. Back at it with another boxing video. So, you see the title, man. Sergio Mora, the Latin Snake. Now, the question I'm asking is Sergio Mora an espionage spy? Is he a spy for Al Heyman working on the zone? I don't know. That's why I'm asking y'all boxing heads and fight fans around the world what's really good. You know what I mean? You check it. It's an open conversation, man. Just want to know if this guy's a spy. And if he is, oh well. Don't matter to me. All I do know is that Sergio Moore is a great commentator. Not now because he's on the zone. He was doing a great job with PBC. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not 100% positive that the man Sergio Moore is still with Al Heyman. But if he's an active fighter and he ain't retired yet, he's still an active fighter, then the man Sergio Moore more than likely is still with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Now, just as early as February of 2019, this year, 5 months ago, the man Sergio Mora says he still has unfinished business with Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, as we all know, the man Sergio Mora, or maybe those who do know, he fought Danny Jacobs twice. You know what I mean? The first fight was a great fight. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even go too long. Sergio Mora, light-fisted ass puncher, put the man Danny Jacobs on the canvas. You know what I mean? He dropped him. Then, matter of fact, I think Danny Jacobs dropped him first. I think either I can't even remember who dropped who first. You know what I mean? But ultimately, the fight got stopped because the man, Sergio Moore, had torn some ligaments in his leg. I think in his ankle. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't continue. You know what I mean? So they did the rematch a year and a half later, and Sergio Moore got disposed by Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? But Danny Jacob, I'm sorry, the man Sergio Moore. I'm gonna read you some quotes from the man while after he suffered that he had to get X-rays on the torn ligaments. This is what Sergio Moore had to say while he was at the hospital, and he received a surprise phone call from Al Heyman. He was the only man to call him. Quote: These are words from Sergio Moore. Quote: He was the only one who called me at the hospital. It was from a number I didn't recognize. I answered it, and he said, Sergio, how you doing? It's Al Heyman. I said, how are you doing, Mr. Heyman? He said, listen, how are you, first of all? I said, I'm at the hospital now, about to get my x-rays. He said, regardless of what happens, let me say fate intervened. You got injured. As soon as you're ready to come back, we're going to put you in a big fight. We're not going to go backwards. You put on a great performance for as long as it lasted. And keep your head up and call me when you're ready to get back in the ring, and we'll put you straight into a big fight. I go, Mr. Heyman. That's all I needed to hear. You just lifted my spirits. End quote. You know what I'm saying? So from what I've always known from Sergio Moore, he's always been a. If you know Al Heyman, there's certain dudes who are just Al Heyman guys. You know what I mean? Al Heyman looks out for these guys, not just in boxing. You know what I mean? I'll give you some examples. Um, who's a guy? Guys like what's that guy's name? The Ghost, Robert Guerrero. Robert the Ghost Guerrero got a lot of opportunities with the man Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? He even fought Danny Garcia for that vacant WBC world title. In my opinion, I have no problem with the Ghost. He's a cool guy. I like the Ghost, Robert Guerrero, but he had no business fighting for a vacant WBC world title at the time. Anyways, he ain't went to fight. The fight Danny Jacobs got it. Other guys who were Al Heyman guys, of course, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Berto. Andre Berto was one of the first guys that I seen Al Heyman with. You know what I mean? And Andre Berto got that Floyd Mayweather fight, even though he didn't really deserve it. You know what I'm saying? It was Floyd's 49th fight. It was after Floyd fought Pacquiao. I would have rather seen Floyd fight Kell Brook at the time to become undisputed. But at the end of the day, he gave Andre Berto an opportunity, and I'm sure that was from the man a recommendation from Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Other guys, Abner Mares. Abdamaris has gotten numerous opportunities from the man Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's broadcasting or whether it's titles in the ring, you know what I'm saying? Fighting for world titles, you know what I'm saying? You know, he never avenged his loss to Johnny Gonzalez. But now he has a nice, comfy job working with the PBC on Fox Inside Boxing Talk Show with that English lady who got a vicious tan and Sean Porter. You know what I mean? He always gonna get opportunities. Leo Santa Cruz, that's another Al Heyman guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who don't gotta fight nobody his whole career. He's a three different weight class champion. Don't gotta fight nobody his whole career, and he still gets a pass. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to fight nobody. He named his kid Al. You know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz named his kid Al after Al Heyman. You know what I mean? You check it. So these are the type of guys who, and there are numerous others, you know what I'm saying, who Al Heyman does look out for. Austin Trout, oh my gosh, how could I forget? And Austin Trout also gets opportunities to commentate on PBC cards, you know what I mean? He's a guy who's comes off a loss and he'll still get a world title opportunity, you know what I'm saying? That's just the kind of relationship Al has with some of these fighters. That's why some of these guys are so loyal to him, you know what I mean? And I believe from my research and from what I do know, Sergio Mora is still with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? But he works on his own, and I listen to him very closely. You know what I'm saying? I do, just like I listen to maybe an Abnamaris on the PBC on Fox show, and he's very pro PBC. He been said it even before Anthony Joshua got stopped by Andy Ruiz. Wilder's been that dude. Wilder's the number one heavyweight on the planet, you know what I'm saying? And he gives his reasons. I'm not gonna go back and forth in the reasons he believes why. At the end of the day, Anthony Joshua ain't the number one heavyweight in the world no more. So I guess there was some truth in some in Abnomara's words, you know what I'm saying? But I listened carefully to the man, what's his name? The Latin snake, Sergio Mora. And Sergio Mora pushes that same rhetoric on his own. Anthony Joshua's not that dude. That dude really is Deontay Wilder. He says that shit right there on his own, you know what I'm saying? And he makes no qualms or doesn't even try to hide nothing, you know what I mean? You check it, he's pro PBC over there still on his own. That's why I'm asking, is this guy a spy? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if he's a spy, he came over there to spy on the zone and what they're about. Hey man, that's a great tactic from the man Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? This is the art of war, Sun Tzu style, you know what I mean? You know, he's laying traps, he's setting up his tactics, you know what I mean? For battle, you know what I'm saying, with the opposite competitor as far as broadcasting and networks, you know what I mean? So, you know, I enjoy Latin Snakes, Sergio Mora's commentary, you know what I mean? Guy from East Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? A guy who had that big upset on the man, Vernon Forrest back in the G, won himself a WBC 154-pound title. The number one, the first guy to ever win the Contender Series, you know what I mean? And also Sergio Mora, man, he's a guy that I do enjoy listening to. That's why I do pay keen attention to what he says. And from what I gather from listening to the zone cards, from whether it was, I've watched the zone cards 2 weeks in a row. Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz and Triple G versus Rose on the zone. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it seems like he's a spy over there. You know what I'm saying? And he's over there to really collect data and probably feed it back to the PBC. He's still an active fighter, as you can see from the quotes I first read. The guy still wants to fight the man Sergio. He says he has unfinished business with Danny Jacobs. You know what I mean? So you know he still wants that fight, and you see how he talked so positively about Al Heyman, and I remember him talking about his first encounter with Al Heyman. He thought he was a Jewish guy. You know what I'm saying? And the first time he met him, he thought he was about to meet a Jewish guy. Sure enough, he turned out to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sergio Mora talks about he wants fights with guys like Peter Quill, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be fighting at 168 if he does come back to the ring. You know what I'm saying? But big ups to Sergio Mora, man. Keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, whether you're doing it for the zone, whether you're doing it for PBC, keep up the good commentary. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's a spy over there on the zone, But he sure enough don't be bigging up them the zone fighters. I'll tell you that. Listen carefully to what the Latin snake Sergio Mora says. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. Hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Let me know if you think I'm reaching or if I do have legitimate claim to think that this man, Sergio Mora, might be a spy working undercover for the PBC under the zone outfit. Alright, Be March Boxing is basically like I'm saying an undercover going over to work in I don't know, let's say the La Cosa Nostra or something, or I don't know, some kind of continuing criminal enterprise, you know what I'm saying? Working for the feds, and you're going to infiltrate and probably bring back information, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but he ain't really hiding nothing. He does say what it is. Wilder's the best heavyweight on the world and the planet, not Anthony Joshua. He'd been said that even while he was in the zone before the guy AJ took that